Xiomy here, and today is day 5 of Bookmas, and today's topic is top 5 classics read in 2016. Now I have to admit that I'm not the kind of person that reads a lot of classics, even though I told myself that I wanted to read a lot of classics in 2016. I fell short on that. I disappointed myself in that area, but I did read some classics, just I DNF'd a lot of them because the way I was reading them, it was very boring for me, and I quite didn't understand anything that I was reading. So I was like, you know what, my mind isn't up for this right now, so let me just DNF it and then I'll pick it up at another time. There are some classics that I would love to read, so I'm going to include those in this list. First one that I'm going to mention is one that I really did enjoy. I mean, there is a lot of nonsense to it, and I love the whimsical aspect to it and the fact that you fall down a rabbit hole and you just go into a different world, and having all these different things that are being featured in the book is something that I really quite enjoyed. And the one that I'm talking about is Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll. I adored certain aspects of this book. I have to admit, like I mentioned, I do love the movies more than I really do love the books, but it is a very beautifully told story, and I just enjoyed a lot of aspects from it, and I want to reread it again, but it with, you know, with the book, because I read it on my phone. I don't know if that took a lot from me or just I wasn't liking the way I was reading it. I don't know, but I gave it 4 out of 5 stars, I think it was. But I want to reread Alice's Adventures in Wonderland again, so you know, I can get like a complete full notion of it. The next one that I read is more of a play. It is from William Shakespeare. I really have not read this play before. Basically, when I was in high school in the States, the majority that we would read was Romeo and Juliet, so I never really got to see this play, but I read it in a graphic novel format, and it is A Midsummer Night's Dream. It's told by Yomtov and by Muniz. I really did enjoy this story. I really had not read it before, which is what I mentioned previously, but I love the illustrations. They were very beautiful, and the story had a really good message, and I really did like everything that it did entail. The next ones that I'm going to mention are ones that I have not read and I would love to pick up in 2017, and the first one that I'm going to mention is Treasure Island by Robert Louis Stevenson. It is a book that I've wanted to read for such a long time. I did start it and I DNF'd it. I think I was picking up other books, so I just really wasn't paying attention to that one, so I really did DNF that book, but I do want to start it again. The next one that I want to mention is one that I love, vampires. So I have no idea why I haven't read this book, and it's Dracula by Bram Stoker. I want to read it. I have it in my Kindle. I just haven't quite, you know, been interested in reading it. And the one that I started, but I had to DNF because I honestly was not understanding anything, and I was just like, you know what, my mind isn't set for this, so I'm just gonna DNF it and I'll pick it up at another time. And I found it in graphic novel format, so I was like, perfect format for me to actually read it. And the one that I'm talking about is Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte. I can't say anything about it because I want to go blind into this book, and I really didn't understand anything of what I was reading in the book that I was reading. I was just lost, and I was like, what the hell am I reading? So I just DNF'd it, but this does sound like it's going to be a very interesting format to say it, because I do love graphic novels more than anything else, especially when it's like old English. I wasn't getting it. This will draw my attention more to reading the book than actually the actual book, so I can't wait for this one. Well, those are all the classics that I read / not read in 2016. I want to thank you for watching, and until next time, peace.